Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some terrific NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And giving us the rundown from the sideline, David Aldridge. Hachimura the screen. James with it. Dort covering. Here's Doncic. Driving in. Yes, that's LeBron picking up the assist. Greg, we've got two of the top offensive teams in this one.
Yeah, but my focus is on the other end tonight. Defense. The team that can come up with just a few timely stretches of stops, I think they win.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Shakes him. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And good work inside. SGA will make more room for himself on the perimeter when he can be effective down low.
And J.J. Redick is called timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. And so Doncic will bring it up for Los Angeles. And Clark for the Lakers. Their last two seasons ended in playoff losses to the Denver Nuggets.
And I tell you what, they fought hard both times, Kevin. The point differential was only 24 points over the 4 games in 2023 and just 11 points in 2024. L.A. actually led most of the 5-game series, but weren't able to advance.
And he drew that call by establishing his base early and then doing a great job with the box out.
Yeah, there are a lot of things that go into rebounding, guys. You need strength, you need positioning, but I think timing and a nose for the ball, most important. And I think you're right. That's what got him that call, his physicality and strength.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander following the basket by LeBron James. And it's Hartenstein in the corner. Oklahoma City moving it around. Shot from 12. Here's Holmgren. And he converts the layup.
And once Holmgren gets the ball in there, he can finish in so many ways.
Here's James. Good D by Williams.
Does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession. And here is Doncic. Pass to Vincent. Hits the three-point bomb.
Tell you what, very few players have the playmaking ability of Luka Doncic. This guy is special with his vision and passing.
It's Dort on the wing. And here we go. Fast break. LeBron's got it. A pull-up. And Holmgren pulls it down. Thunder trailing by 5. And Clark, it's hard to compare Luka Doncic to any other player we've seen before.
I would certainly agree with that. Ditto to that, Kevin, because he is unique. His pace is never hurried. He never gets rattled. He complains to officials a little bit more than I'd like to see, but he's strong. He's got great touch and feel, and he scores at all 3 levels, and he's a brilliant passer.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks. Mark Daigneault and I got a chance to talk for a bit. Of course, they know they have their work cut out for them with LeBron on the court. He told me James hasn't really lost a step. He's a constant problem out there, so I'm ready to try anything, including just throwing extra bodies at him. Of course, that probably means some double teams in LeBron's immediate future. Guys?
Okay, David, thanks.
And moving with such speed, the quickness of SGA's drives, something to admire.
Now LeBron. Over in the corner, Vincent. 6 to shoot. Pass to Hachimura. Cranes the three-pointer.
Just solid with the jump shot. Hachimura helps your offense in a number of ways. In that case, spacing the floor.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Both teams deciding to change it up.
Way to go, everyone. Let's hear it for you.
1:10 left here in the opening quarter. Pass to Caruso. And the call will be against Gabe Vincent. That's his first foul. And J.J. Redick is called timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys.
Substitution on the court.
.103 left in the first quarter of the game. Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession. The Lakers in the lead. And the wide open shot for Morris. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. It's hauled in by Doncic. Lakers leading by 5. Over to the wing. Back to Vincent. Reeves in the corner. Off target with his 3.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
7-second difference, shot in game clock. Pass to Holmgren. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. Rui Hachimura picks one up.
Yeah, I mean, take that. Holmgren, he knows defenses want to rough him up a little bit, and he welcomes the challenge.
And here is Los Angeles now. Pass to Vincent. Takes it inside. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander deciding where to go with it. And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. Lakers on top. They lead by 2. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
You know, right from the start, it seemed they got hot from three-point range, pulling apart the defense and racking up the points, too.
Driving inside. Back to Wiggins. And it's blocked. It's 2-on-1. LeBron up top. That's tipped. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. His three-pointers off the mark. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. And the foul called on Cason Wallace. That's his first foul. James outside. LeBron going to work inside. Greg, what a great time to be a fan of basketball. Not just in the NBA, but all over the world.
Absolutely, Kevin. The sport just continues to grow, and there's increased value being placed on all-around skill, even in youth basketball. And I think that bodes well for the future of the game.
And James throws it down hard.
And what an explosive finisher LeBron is, rocking the rim whenever he goes up like that.
Over in the corner, Caruso. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
For Oklahoma City, they have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
You know, something you can point to when you're talking about their areas of success last season, free throw shooting.
Coming onto the floor.
Lakers leading by 3.
Number 88, Marquise Morris.
Pass to LeBron. Morris right side. Outside, James. And the rejection by Holmgren.
Already set the Summer League record for blocks in his first game. Holmgren, one of the best young shot blockers in the league.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He has 6. To the middle. Williams' shot is off. Los Angeles leading by 3. In the corner, it's Morris. Pass to Doncic. James with it. He's picked up by Holmgren. And J.J. Redick calls timeout here. He wants to talk to his guys.
With smiling eyes.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Hachimura. Used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Outside Williams. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Plenty of space. The Thunder with another miss.
Tell you what, guys, you don't see that often. I mean, when he's this open, usually it's lights out.
Thunder trailing by 3. Clark, what is it about Austin Reeves' style of play that makes him such a good scorer?
I love the fact that he can change pace with the dribble. You know, he's not super fast, but he's not slow either. What he is shifty and smart. He's got good size, good ball skills, and he's got a nice mid-range jumper. All of that allows him to keep defenders off balance.
I love how under control Hachimura is. Able to push his way through the contact and score. Nice work.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 8 points for him. Holmgren the screen. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side, but when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media. But people in the know how good of a defender he is.
On the wing, Reeves. Traps in the tray. Reeves has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Outside, Dort. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams for three. Buries the long-range jumper.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets three, you fire three of your own. Boom.
Here's Holmgren. Goodwin with it. Dort covering. Reeves, that's a two-pointer. Knocks it loose.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. This lost sense of time and the situation.
And this guy just does everything. Scores, passes, good rebounder. Just an all-around terrific basketball player.
And it's tied up with that one. 32 seconds left in the first half. Now here's LeBron. 6 points for him. Screen by James. LeBron James on the wing. And again, no good by the Lakers. To the inside. Holmgren. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Vanderbilt gets a wide-open look. And that'll do it for the first half. Game time. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. And it's the Thunder with the ball. Here's Hartenstein. They now take the lead.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Out to Morris. James in the post. Back to Morris. Doncic outside. In the corner, it's James. Goes back up. Shot clock at 6. Morris, no good. The Thunder with the lead. Pass to Williams. Now Holmgren. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Hartenstein. He doesn't hit that one. Great D that time from LeBron. Reeves with it. Williams picks him up. James looking around. And he goes right over Hartenstein and slams it down.
LeBron James refusing to be denied, just muscling through that foul to get the shot off.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. And LeBron, the only player to reach 40,000 points in his career. Clark, you're shaking your head. It's incredible, isn't it?
Absolutely remarkable, Kevin. And I did not think I would see it in my lifetime. 40,000 points. Just the sound of that is ridiculous. And, you know, he not only has lived up to the hype that has followed him since he was 15 years old, he's actually exceeded it, Kevin, which is crazy.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thank you very much. LeBron James is still dominating at an age where most players are well into their retirement. How does he do it? He said, show up, put the work in, and then go out and trust it. I'm just trying to push the limit. See how far I can take this thing. It's me versus Father Time. Kevin, back to you.
And, David, that's one you're always going to win against Father Time. Hey, thank you for the report. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 13. James on the drive. It's good. James has got 13.
You know, what's so impressive to me is the defense is trying to make adjustments, but LeBron's making even quicker reads. That's his IQ at work.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. And so Caruso will bring up the ball for Oklahoma City. They trail by 1. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, GA. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And J.J. Redick is called timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Los Angeles on D. They lead by 1. Back to Caruso. Inside. And the rejection by LeBron.
Love the defense from James. When he's engaged and focused, he can block some shots, folks.
And so it looks like the Lakers will retain possession here. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Pass to Hachimura. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. 8 points for him.
And we know Hachimura has a confident personality. You see it there with the rise and fire approach. Nice.
Down low. Williams, that's good. 1:58 left in the third quarter. And they double up LeBron. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. Jump ball. Finney Smith with the bounce pass. Fires from deep. Rebound by Williams.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Back to Williams. Over in the corner, Caruso. Pocket 6. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Here we are sizing up G.A. Jalen Williams, and his shooting has got to be his biggest strength.
Absolutely. He's great at spacing the floor for his teammates with his catch and shoot abilities, but he's equally gifted shooting off the dribble.
Fires the 3. Vincent misses. Outside Williams. Takes the 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Reeves outside. Back to James. With the drive. Out to the right wing. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Pass to Hartenstein. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And J.J. Redick is called timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. No good on that one.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. Holmgren with the steal. And the dunk by Hartenstein.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
You know, those kinds of plays can be difference makers, game changers, momentum shifters, especially in a close contest where one or two possessions can impact the outcome.
There's 18 seconds left here in the third quarter. Back to Doncic. Lakers passing it around. Shot clock at 5. Doncic very comfortable down low.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
Third quarter comes to a close, and a battle brings it to a tie. And we've got more action coming your way.
The Lakers, 36.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Pass to Hachimura. 6 on the shot clock. Can't connect from short range. And the Thunder with the possession here. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
This is SGA's role. He's out here to score and score often.
And that one's good by LeBron.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Count that one. James got the lead up to 2 now for Oklahoma City.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down. Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Rui Hachimura picks one up. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for the Thunder.
I like the fact that they've been very aggressive at the defensive end. Tenacious. They're jumping passing lanes and coming away with a lot of steals.
Connects from three-point range.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
And that one's good. Gilgeous-Alexander.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind a layup. Come on now. My goodness.
And his coaches and teammates love that. They want Hachimura getting after it more on that offensive glass.
Chang, high post. To the paint. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. And the Thunder lead by 2. Here's Hachimura. Doncic feeling it out.
He is comfortable putting his head down and attacking. Doncic is unfazed, unflappable, even against beastly defenders.
All free throws good from Doncic. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. Some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, D.A.?
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Mark Daigneault talking to his team during the break. Now, they preached the little things in the huddle. They asked their team to battle on those 50-50 balls. One extra possession could be all the difference. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Back to LeBron. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. And the technical free throw is good.
He's basically automatic from the line, not the guy you want to send there now.
Here's Doncic. Here's Hachimura. It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound. Oklahoma City trailing. To the inside. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say one.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Pass to Hartenstein. Vanderbilt with the steal.
Great reflexes to get a hand on that pass and go the other way with it.
Tips it. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. Look at the clock. Another 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth.
And watch out for SGA going to the basket. He will put it on your head if you're not watching.
Here's LeBron. In the corner, Vanderbilt with it. And the rejection by Holmgren. Down low. The kick out to Williams. To Hartenstein. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And he does get the second one. And that will put them up by 2.
And at this point in the game, there can be a massive difference between a 2 and a 3-point advantage.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. And the Thunder pushing it up now. Good!
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game? Yes.
Pass to Hachimura. And here is LeBron. Shot clock at 6. Finney-Smith. Los Angeles with another miss.
You know, the ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. You've got to have better shot selection. Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game time. 18 feet out. Again, Oklahoma City.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
Oklahoma City foul. Chet Holmgren. First personal.
So the first one drops, and that brings them within 8. All free throws good from Doncic. So we see the Thunder get the win here. It are here in Milwaukee. Home court advantage for the Bucks. The excitement of the NBA is on the way. This is Kevin Harlan with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony. Giving us the rundown from the sideline courtside, David Aldridge. Now here's Lopez. Count that bucket. And what a matchup we have here in the front court, Greg.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander can score it, so you have to respect it. That sets up his passing game. What a pretty delivery.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. He's ready to talk things through with the team. And so Giannis will bring it up for the Bucks. That one's in, his first shot this game.
And you love watching Giannis operate inside. So assertive and forceful.
Gilgeous-Alexander. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
That's a finish he'll be bragging about for a while.
As he should. Very impressive.
How about that from your point guard, gentlemen? Playing big at the rim. Okay.
First personal foul.
You know, you were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. That's a tall order these days, especially because he gets doubled every single time. Now, Greg, it took 40 years, but the Bucks finally won their second NBA title back in 2021.
Yeah, Kareem leading that 71 squad. Giannis was the man in 2021, averaging 35 and 13 during the finals, closing out the Suns with that 50-piece in Game 6.
Good on the shot.
Contact just doesn't matter against Giannis. Once he's inside, he is not to be stopped.
And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. Here's Antetokounmpo. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Lopez grabs the board.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Outside Portis. Takes the 3. Sinks the three-pointer.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here's George. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Giannis. Tries again. Rebounded by the Bucks. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. We'll go to David Aldridge, who spoke with head coach Doc Rivers. What's the news, David?
We talked about the matchup problems that Chet Holmgren presents. He said defensively, Chet can warp the inside of the paint. And at the other end, he's going to drag his matchup out to the three-point line. That's what makes this 7-footer such a special player. Guys?
Okay, David, thanks. Trent with the wide open look. Good, and a nice assist from Prince.
Adding to their advantage, trying to find a way to blow this one open.
One of the things they're doing is identifying favorable matchups and then going at them.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Thunder making a change here. Thunder trailing by 9. Over to the wing. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Pass to Holmgren. Floats it up there for Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside Portis. Back to Giannis. And the rejection by Holmgren.
Long 7-1 with that 7'6" wingspan. Holmgren can alter a block just about every shot in his vicinity.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for Milwaukee.
And they've set the tone from the jump. They're looking to pound it inside and score in the paint.
Now, here's Dort. Scoreless thus far. Pass to Caruso. Inside. Here's Hartenstein. And the dunk by Hartenstein.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Hartenstein can't get it to go. 54 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Giannis. With the putback. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. Thunder trailing by 6. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. Now, Giannis. 9 points in the game so far. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Holmgren.
And how about the attack there from Giannis inside, going right into the defense and still able to get the shot up.
He's off on the second. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. He wants to talk to his guys. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Here's Holmgren. Still without a basket. Top of the key, Hartenstein. Nice jump shot from the top of the key.
Great finish. What a setup. Terrific ball movement there.
Kuzma, right side. Drills it from outside. 5 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Wiggins. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go. For him. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
Well, the ascension of Jalen Williams-Doris has been swift and very fun to watch.
Oh, absolutely, Kevin. He became very quickly in his second season a number 2 option and, frankly, borderline 1A option. And it's not just his offensive game, Kevin. This guy has become a stout defender. He's got the perfect NBA frame, and he fits in personality-wise.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, the Thunder are young, but they figured out how to win. Defensive ace Lou Dort talked about their chemistry. He said nobody cries about shot selection or anything like that. We know what each player can do. We just really want to see the team win and succeed. Kevin, you see that in their play.
Don't you, David? Every single game. Pulling in the right direction. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Sinks that one from the post. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6.
Yeah, teams will try to get physical with SGA, but make sure you understand that wiry frame is big-time strong.
Pass to Hartenstein. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Back to Holmgren. Three-pointer. Rebound, Milwaukee.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. It's a 5-point game. And the dunk by Hartenstein.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Control the offensive glass.
And that's so demoralizing to your opponent. To play great defense and have the possession end that way, that's tough to take.
Well, DB, it didn't take long, did it, for Holmgren to live up to his draft status?
Holmgren, Kevin, was an immediate impact player on both ends of the floor. At his size, to be able to shoot with range and the rim protection he provides, it was absolutely worth the wait for his team. This young man has got a toughness that has shocked even me.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Using his size, Giannis.
And we see this often now from Giannis. His offensive repertoire has become so versatile.
And the foul called on Antetokounmpo. That's foul number 2 for him. Now the Thunder making a switch here. And the shot goes in. He's got 5.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Kuzma outside. And that'll be Milwaukee as it goes out of bounds. Bucks retain possession. Bucks leading by 3. Down low. Here's Antetokounmpo. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Pass to Hartenstein. Over in the corner, Williams. Second shot opportunity. Hartenstein can't get it to go. There's 1:59 left to play in the first half. Lillard outside. Here's Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Making it look simple. The athleticism of Giannis on full display.
And Greg, 2 seasons ago, the Bucks ranked 1st in defensive rating. Last season, they dropped down to number 19.
Yeah, shifting defensive schemes, coaching changes, also swapping Jrue Holiday for Damian Lillard. But they can and should be better than 19. That first step of Lillard, deadly.
Pulls up on the elbow. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. And Connaughton has it in the corner. Back to Antetokounmpo. In for another field goal. A sublime 9 of 14 on the night.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Williams for 3. Rebound by Smith.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
Back to Connaughton. He's looking for Giannis and finds him. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession. And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Thunder making a change here. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He has 6. Here's Holmgren. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Now here's Holmgren. The Thunder with another miss. Trent, that's a two-pointer. The shot, no good.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
And that does it for the first half of play. The Bucks on top, up 11. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Here we are sizing up GA Jalen Williams, and his shooting has got to be his biggest strength.
Absolutely. He's great at spacing the floor for his teammates with his catch and shoot abilities, but he's equally gifted shooting off the dribble.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams. Bucks leading by 11. Here's Lopez. The shot from the low post is good. Here's Oklahoma City. Fires the three. And the rebound goes to Lopez.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shot selection like that.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thank you. Jalen Williams is a do-it-all dynamo for the Thunder. Coach Mark Daigneault said, we've cross-matched him onto centers. He'll shift him to a point guard. It's hard to explain how impactful that is for you. You have a great offensive player that you're also moving all over the lineup. Kevin?
DA, the versatility. That is pretty special. The Bucks shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great, about 77% as a team.
And we see, as in baseball doors, the introduction of the pitch timer to increase the pace of play. Do you think the NBA is taking notice of that?
What I know, Kevin, unequivocally is the NBA is in a constant state of monitoring its product and how can it make it more fan-friendly. The only criticism to me that's redundant is the pace of reviews. And the league is trying to streamline that to the best of their ability. Well, fast off his feet and up at the rim in a hurry. Taurean Prince with an easy one.
Williams. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Doris, do you think the Oklahoma City Thunder has the best young core in the NBA?
Well, they are absolutely loaded with talent, Kevin. Not only that, they fit together. Now they've got a perennial MVP because Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has inserted himself into the best player in the game conversation, and a rising star in Chet Holmgren. Look out.
And nice job taking what the defenders gave him. These guys need a gut check right now.
Well, simply stated, simply not enough effort, not enough attention to detail. They've gotten run over this evening.
And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for Milwaukee. There's the drive. Portis for three. Dort grabs the miss. Thunder trailing by 12. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. And so it's Milwaukee now. Bucks passing it around. A wide open look here for Lopez. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Lopez is... got the lead up to 14 now.
Skull. Fail. belt work.
Belt Parkway.
Unfair.
Hi, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. We've got the Los Angeles Lakers taking on the Los Angeles Lakers. And it's going to be Los Angeles off the tip. LeBron with it. He's picked up by O'Neal. And that one's good. Hachimura.
And we know Hachimura has a confident personality. You see it there with the rise and fire approach. Nice.
Got that bucket in no time at all.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Bully ball from LeBron has been doing that since he stepped into the league.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And he shot foul shots at about a 75% clip a season ago.
Now here's Van Exel. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. Here are the Lakers with the ball. Outside, James. And a wide open look for Hachimura. The 3 for Doncic. Los Angeles with another miss.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
And the dunk by O'Neal.
Boy, nobody wants to get in his way when he's this deep. Watch out.
Now here's LeBron. Here's Finney Smith. Good, and the assist goes to James.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Here's Kobe. And finish off by Bryant.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Oh, nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there.
Boy, I'd love to get a replay on that one. Let's keep it handy so we can see it again.
Now here's Bryant. He has 5. No good off the front iron.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good look.
That's really how LeBron prefers to finish, at full speed, driving hard and dictating the pace and keeping pressure on the defense.
Here's Bryant. Pass to Shaq. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Offside Fox. 6 on the shot clock. The 17-footer. The rebound by James. And here's James. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. And it's Hachimura in the corner. Here's Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
Big time flush by Doncic. Man, this young fella really has a lot of game.
To the right side. O'Neal with it. Oh, and the dunk by Shaq.
O'Neal is a big man with a big personality, and that time a little showmanship on the slam.
A nice shot by Doncic.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Here's Doncic. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Doncic has got 6.
Yeah, Luka's arsenal does cover the mid-range now. That inside-the-arc jumper is easy for him.
Bryant gets a wide-open look. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And there's the...
This is Brian Anderson. Coach Stan Van Gundy, Hall of Famer Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce round out our broadcast crew for this one. Here's Porzingis. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. And Towns has got the ball here for the Knicks. Inside. And it's powered home by Towns.
And that's the kind of physicality you want to see from Cat, using his size down low.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He wants to review the game plan. While Oh, this has all the makings of a great game, Grant. It's a matchup between two Eastern Conference juggernauts.
Oh, B.A., this will be a great test for both sides. They're each loaded with talent, and I wouldn't be surprised if these teams end up meeting in the postseason.
There's the drive. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. It's on Drew Holiday.
Wow, what a forceful drive by Towns. Going hard at the hoop and picking up a good foul along the way.
And he's good on the second. Offensively, Karl Anthony Towns is one of the most well-rounded big men in the league, Grant.
Yeah, maybe in league history, B.A. He's an elite three-point shooter, post scorer, and his passing is severely underrated.
And the basket by Bridges.
Yeah, the quickness from Bridges there, looking like a guard.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Joe Mazzulla. I discussed with Coach how difficult it is to guard Jalen Brunson. He initially joked. He said, "You'll have to ask my guys that." Jalen is really gritty, confident player. You can't let him get into a rhythm early or we're going to be in trouble. We'll have to keep our eye on how well this defense does against Brunson. Guys?
Great work, Allie. Thanks. To the inside. Good. And Brown gets the assist. Porzingis has got his second basket of the game. Outside Anunoby. Towns on a screen. Pass to Brunson. Here's Towns. Kicks it out to Anunoby. And again, New York with the triple.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Outside, Brown. To the middle. First quarter, just about 2 minutes in. Nice D from Bridges. Outside Brunson. Off target from outside. Austin on offense. It's a three-point game. Right side Porzingis. And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
Even after that serious knee injury, Porzingis with the spring to flush it.
Stan, you look at the Celtics, as high-powered as they come offensively.
No question, Brian. They can space the floor at every position, and any one of their starters is able to give you 20 on a given night.
The three is up. The Knicks pull it in. Pass to Anunoby. Back to Bridges. And Porzingis with the block.
Got to be careful shooting around Porzingis. His length is so capable of erasing shots.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
And so it's Brunson who brings up the ball for the New York Knicks. They trail by 1. And it's powered home by Towns.
Great job on the back end of the play.
Yep, finished with both hands, making sure of it. Now here's Tatum. He's scoreless. Towns with a rebound.
Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good look. Just couldn't find the mark.
Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense, given the situation. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Here's Brunson. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. Well, I don't think anyone predicted that Jalen Brunson would become the player he is today, Grant.
Yeah, that's for sure, B.A. Or he definitely wouldn't have been a second-round pick. He's a hard worker, a competitor, and an elite offensive player.
Well, Grant, all the high hopes Knicks fans have had in recent years, they have finally come to fruition.
Yeah, it really was good to see the Knicks have a great campaign last year. From the players to the coaches to the front office and the fans. They've pressed all the right buttons.
Here's Brunson. The Celtics making their last shot. And they pick up 2.
Brunson doesn't fear going in amongst the trees. Remarkable poise there inside.
36 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Horford can't hit.
He's as surprised as we are. Most nights, that bucket is automatic.
Here's Anunoby. Yes, and a nice assist from Brunson. Anunoby's got 5 points.
Showing great vision in delivering the pass out in front.
To the paint. Craig, good.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Now Brunson. That one goes in. He has 6.
Now, he may only be 6'1", but Brunson plays much bigger than that. I mean, he plays with a physicality.
Oh, stolen by Anunoby. Here's McBride. No good. Would have counted had it gone. The scoring is fast and furious as we end the first. It's the Knicks up by 5. And the second quarter is on it. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for New York.
Well, I have to applaud their ball movement. They're moving the ball around, finding the best looks they can, and keeping everyone involved.
Here's Robinson. Pass to Brunson. Out of bounds. It'll be Celtics ball. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thanks, Brian. The Knicks, one of the top defensive teams in the league, and it starts in the paint. Coach Tom Thibodeau said, quote, "We've prided ourselves on having a tight shell. We've got great rim protection, guys who take charges, and we're aggressive on the ball. Guys, great defense has always been Tim's MO."
And nothing has changed now. Thanks, Allie. And Drew Holiday gets the whistle that time. That'll be a second foul of the game. Some changes for Boston. New York leading by 5. Here's Brunson. Horford pulls it in. So it's Boston now. White looking it over. Oh, getting it done. Horford gets it to go.
Yeah, the moment Horford has the rock down low, good night. I mean, just too many moves from the vet.
Down low. Here's Towns. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. That's on Al Horford. Grant, there's a huge difference between talent on paper versus winning.
You're right, B.A., and it comes down to coaching, chemistry, and sacrifice. But I think the biggest thing is effort. All things being equal, the team that plays the hardest is going to win.
White on the wing. And we played just over a minute of basketball in the second quarter. No dice from the high post. Three-pointer, Bridges. Horford pulls it in. And stolen by Bridges. Buries it. He's 2 for 4 in this game.
Nice job measuring the defense right there. Bridges sensing separation and torching him off the dribble.
And now the Knicks on the break. Here's Towns. And it's powered home by Towns.
Just great work cashing in on the fast break.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
It's deflected. Brunson rushes in. Uses the glass on the layup. And it's a 10-point Knick lead.
Knifing to the rim with ease. Brunson attacks these open lanes with tenacity.
White for 3. And it's New York with a rebound.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Now here's Brunson. Give him 8. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for 1 more. So both teams changing it up here. This will be his 3rd free throw of the game. Celtics trail by 13. To halt the run. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It's going to be on OG Anunoby.
An ascending superstar, Tatum has really honed in on what he does best on the offensive end.
That one misses. One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, They know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
You know, Grant, in interviews, Jason Tatum often seems understated and soft-spoken, but that's just him, isn't it?
That's true, B.A. Tatum has a quiet confidence about him. He doesn't feel the need to be loud or act out. He lets his work on the court do all the talking for him.
New York leading by 10. And here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Outside McBride. And they'll get another chance. Back to Payne. Pass to McBride. They'll put back. Over to the wing. Outside Payne. To the right side. 5 to shoot. From deep. Jaylen Brown with a rebound. Here's Tatum. Into the lane. Good. And Brown gets the assist. Tatum's got 5.
And sometimes you forget how long Tatum is, and he's terrific at using this to his advantage inside.
Celtics trail by 8. Inside. Here's Porzingis. It's hauled in by Robinson. And New York has possession. Here's Achua. Oh, misses the dunk.
Wow, he doesn't miss many of those. He's such a strong finisher and tight.
Oh, Porzingis getting it done inside.
Check out Porzingis' energy. He's just relentless on both ends of the court.
And timeout is called by Tom Thibodeau. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan.
Fans, please give a big round of applause for your Celtics.
New York leading by 6. Here's Anunoby. Ooh, nothing falling for them right now. And it's the Celtics ball. Right side Tatum. Pass to Cornet. Offline with a 3. There's 31 seconds left in the first half of this one. And Drew Holiday gets the whistle that time. That's his 3rd foul of the game. And New York has possession to the left wing. Here's Payne. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good. And the Knicks lead by 8.
Able to get a layup out of that one. That's just soft defense there.
Right side Porzingis. Back to Tatum. Oh, Tatum with a throw.
Poor rim. Tatum plays with such an edge.
Left side McBride. Beyond the arc. Buries it from 3.
You want to run your offense through him. A reliable scoring option.
Knocked loose. It's stolen by Hart. And we'll have a timeout called by Tom Thibodeau. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. Towns for 3. He drops it from range. Towns has got 6 here in the quarter.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. You must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless. Building this lead in every way possible.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it.
Towns for 3. And again, New York with the triple.
And what a luxury to have a big man who can score like Towns. He's been unstoppable here.
Pass to Cornette. There's the 3. Sends it home from three-point land. Cornette's got 5 now.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Outside Tucker. Out to the right wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Connects from downtown. He's got 17.
Stan, LeBron James is widely regarded as one of the most intelligent players in the league. Who else stands out to you as far as basketball IQ?
Oh, Brian, that's a tough question. There's so many of them. Nikola Jokic, Luka Doncic. There's just so many intelligent guys in this league.
Timeout.
Fans that think it's all about athleticism don't understand how intelligent the best players are.
Knicks making a change here. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. McBride can't get it to go. Celtics trail up by 15. Fires the 3. And Anunoby pulls it down. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Brian, last season, Jason Tatum surpassed 10,000 career points. He said, "It sounds crazy. I always think about when I was a kid growing up with my mom and saying I wanted to be in the NBA. I may have thought I would be one of the best players, but to actually do it is a surreal feeling." Brian, he's being honest.
Yeah, dreams do come true, Allie. Thank you.
Well, that's what you want. Get him the ball and see if he can close the gap.
To the inside. Here's Porzingis. Outside Holiday. Porzingis with it. He's got 10. Oh, he drains it. His 6th making 9 tries so far.
On the offensive end, Porzingis has been so dialed in, making the most of every scoring opportunity he gets.
And here's Bridges. He's got 5. It's his first trip to the line. No good on the free throw. So he comes up empty, missing both.
Well, that's a rarity for him, not being able to cash in on the trip to the line.
Right side Porzingis. Robinson with a steal. Here's the break. Here's McBride. He buries it from 3. McBride's got 6.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
And you look at Jaylen Brown, Grant. Not many wings have the strength he has.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown could dunk over a brick wall, and he could dunk through a brick wall, too. It's just so hard to move him off his path when he's on his way to the rim.
Outside Anunoby. Three-pointer, no good.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Chalk up 2 there. Brown's got 5 points in the quarter.
And look, Brown is good at capitalizing inside, which is why the defense has to push him further away.
Outside Tucker.
It's Shamet on the wing. Bridges outside. Clock at 6. Knocks it down from distance. Give him 8 points now.
Oh, productive from back there. Bridges showing the range.
It's Brown on the wing. He has 7. Oh, it's stolen away. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. And he'll be shooting his first free throw. New York leading by 17. Off the inbound. In deep. Payne drops it in.
And give credit to Coach there for drawing that up. He positioned his guys for immediate success.
Outside White. Shoots from the elbow. And it's Boston scoring again.
Well, he got to his spot in the mid-range, and that's a shot he's going to make more often than not.
Here's Payne. Outside Achua. Pass to Anunoby. 6 to shoot. Boston pulls it in. We've got 33 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Now Horford. Can't hit from in close. It's Shamet on the wing. There's the triple. And Craig pulls it down. Celtics trail by 17. Now Horford. And out of bounds. The Knicks will take it.
Knicks substitution. Number 3, Josh Hart.
Outside Payne. Three-pointer off the mark. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. It's the Knicks leading.
The Knicks, 56.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Boston with the ball. 17-point game. And Horford powers it home.
Look at Horford just rocketing off the floor. Putting the defense on notice with a big dunk.
Outside Achua. Pure from three-point range. Achua's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Horford, right side. Here's the 3. Hey, Horford from range.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
White for 3. The rebound by Shamet.
Celtics foul.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for New York.
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. It's really great when you see it in action.
Some changes for Boston. It's Shamet on the wing. On target from range. Shamet's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
The defense was just nowhere to be found, and because of that, he adds to their lead.
Yeah, look, the truth is, he doesn't need much space anyway, but that one was too easy.
A quick shot there. It's off target. Outside, Brown. Back to Holiday. And Holiday powers it home.
And striking without warning. Holiday can be so sudden.
Pass to Shamet. The 3. Knocks down the long J. And the Knicks lead by 20. And Stan, you got into coaching right after college. When did you know you wanted to be a coach?
Brian, that's easy. As soon as I figured out that I didn't have much of a future as a player, I knew I wanted to stay involved in the game. I wanted to coach.
Here's Porzingis. Plenty of space. Shot is good. Off the back rim and in.
The
He gets a lot of his points on catch-and-shoot jumpers. Porzingis is always ready to let it fly if he's got the room.
Here's Shaman. Poke loose. It's stolen by Holiday. Let's go with a three. Achua with the rebound. New York leading by 18. Pass to Payne. Lets it go from deep. And again, New York with the triple.
They're really employing a deep range initiative here in the fourth, and it's working.
Yeah, it's always a little risky to lean this hard on the three-point shot. But when you're knocking him down, you might as well keep riding it.
And I really like Holiday's shot selection. It's fun watching him measure defenses and catch them off guard.
It's Shaman on the wing. From outside, off the mark. Pass to Brown. And it's blocked. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. So New York going with almost an entirely new group here.
Karl-Anthony Towns.
1:49 left in the game. And that one's good. Porzingis.
Few bigs stretch the floor like Porzingis. He can be just deadly from the arc.
Towns for three. And it's Cornette with a rebound. Celtics trail by 16. Outside Porzingis. There's a minute 26 left in the fourth quarter. Shot clock at 6. Off the mark from 16 feet.
Yeah, well, that's a shot the defense is probably going to let him keep taking.
And the distance between the point totals for these teams tells the whole story. Just a fantastic effort, and you have to give it up for the Knicks.
And the huge difference today, the efficiency from beyond the arc.
Yeah, once they started hitting shots, it stretched out the D and opened up the entire offense.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Karl-Anthony Towns.
So impressed with his performance today. He was confident, he was composed, and the defense just didn't know how to adjust.
A nice shot by Brown. And Brunson's got the ball here for New York. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Out to Bridges. Fires the three. Boston pulls it in. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
From Drew Holiday.
And here's New York now. They lead by 14. They can simply hold on to the ball here.
No question, B.A. They deserve the win.
Fires it. And again, the Knicks missing. And so New York takes this one by a big margin. Boy, a nice win on the road. By the time this one was winding down, this building was stone cold silent.
And that's exactly what you got to do. You have to try to take the crowd out of it.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. With Grant Hill, stand...